I noticed him from across the room while his glistening eyes stared at me. Noticing that I was enticed by every crease in his body. Sweat percolating through the mass of crevices, trickling down to the fine hair that formed around his masculinity. I knew right then and there that I wanted to suck his dick while his pre-cum dance meditations in the back of my dripping tonsils. I wanted to gag as his veins overpowered my cheekbones, causing my face to swell as if a root canal was a new epidemic. My tongue needed to tickle his balls while the flood of the river thundered down my face of smeared makeup and fallen eyelashes. If I had it my way, I sucked him until he was devoured and all that was left was sitting on all fours as he bent over, cradling my asshole with his fingers, committed with the overwhelmed process of my new anal fantasy. If this was the last breath I had ever taken, feel the pulsation, the vibration dancing around my mouth, satisfying the negligence I needed to floss between every tooth and pink and gum. The juices of my vagina was the ointment of my rug burns. Enticing wasn't the word. His excitement pounded the back of my throat as if I was the first woman to grow an Adam's apple. You see, I wasn't ready for the lava to explode from his thickness just yet. He sneakily slid into third base to caress his tongue on my tender clitoris, sending my body into orgasmic pleasures with every curve melted like honey. Smothering him intensely, grabbing my fat, round ass tremendously, piercing convulsions as I screamed and buried him deeper, I whispered, "Don't make love to me tonight. Pick me up, slam my body against the wall as if my ass print would be your new artwork. My big legs cradling your body, feverishly pumping in and out, in and out, in and out. Treat me like your pornographic whore. Place your hand on my head. Let's create a divine intervention of a new shindig called snapback. I will fuck you so well you will be down on your knees begging for my last name." His rhythmic beats had his body going in convulsions. At this moment in time, I used to please myself with my dildo became obsolete. I could feel him spazzing as if he was trying to reach the stars with the moon. But I still wasn't ready for him to come just yet. I wanted the experience of a yoga position where in the morning my neck would ache and the walls of my vagina would be turned inside out. The world needs to see that bow-legged has its own secularness of what good sex looks and feels like. My legs started shaking uncontrollably. Grabbing him to come into me closer had me screaming where my juices were yearning for an exit. I guess he was feeling the same because holding was an option not into existence. He cried to me while between breaths. I never seen a man cry during sex before, but somehow he managed to ask, "Where would you like for me to come?" So I said to myself, splurging, "Right here."
Don't waste any.
As I stepped out of the shower, dried myself all smothered in Somali rose, I clothed myself in a red negligee, you know, the one with the split in the middle. Sipping on some sweet Kraft, elevating the sounds of the quiet storm through my bedroom, I lay between my satin sheets and the only dimness of succulent candles filtering my nest. As I'm making love with my mind and my spirit, intentionally forgetting the catastrophes of this earlier day, I slid it on my queen size to the sounds of Marvin Gaye. When I get this feeling, I want sexual healing, sexual healing. The put my hands upon my breast with the purring of the wind extending beyond my window pane. And all I can do is let out a quiet laughter as I elevate my right thigh and then my left. Not considering my 3-inch heel unconditionally poking my sheets, although ironic, my sheets are my bed, but tonight is my night, so my fingers slowly proceed past my navel. Not yet. Am I ready to experience quick breath? I don't think I could have gotten a better answer from the sounds of, go ahead, really get your groove on, 'cause tonight my hand is slipping through. The vinyl sound of Jill start blazing through my window. Oops. My quick breath explodes on my love lingering in my fingers. I, too excited to move, just lay and lay, amusingly almost asleep with the stroke of wetness steadily protruding from my body. I don't need a man. I don't need a man. I don't need a man because I have my hands, and as I later on awake with the rays of sunlight and a tint of morning dew, I walked to the shower wondering what journey my imagination will take me next.